Once again, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The program is starting now. I want to apologize again for starting behind schedule. Some of the former students and the present students of Professor IYawe would like to want what they call a candle of honor for our celebrant today. And the celebrant will walk through the candle of honor to inspect it. And I'm sure from there we'll come to the item. Now put our hands together for this. Shall we rise as they walk inside and inspect this guard of honor?
Pare, nak cakap set dia. Open, ada. Adik, Profesor. Adik, Profesor.
Hooray!
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 Pare, put on, ya. Adik, pare, nak put on, ya. Pare, general. Break, shot. Pare, tidak. Pare, break, shot. Pare, out, left, this, adik, pare, out, left, this, pare, left, shot.
Please, I want you to please remain standing for the celebrant to get to the seat off the stage. Thank you so very much. We can keep clapping for them as they walk. Thank you so much. You can have your seat. We shall begin to introduce the principal officers of the University of IYawe here present, and I'd like to start with the chairman of today's program, who is our amiable and indefatigable Vice Chancellor, University of IYawe, Professor Mrs. Lilian Imatiyon Salami, who is ably represented here this morning by the Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration, in the person of Professor Mrs. Ketri Okonwa. Please, can we welcome her very warmly, please? On the high table here this morning are all the members of the administration of the University of IYawe. Seated next to the chairman this morning is the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Ekenwa Campus, Professor A. Ayide. Welcome, sir. Seated next to DVC Ekenwa is our registrar, Mr. Ademola Bobola. Please come welcome. The bursar is here. There are some of my papers that are in bursary. So if it's not well recognized, some of those papers may not fly. Please join me to specially welcome the bursar, University of Benin, in the person of Dr. Victor Imagwe. Welcome, sir. And to once again recognize the presence of our celebrant who is well seated on the item by his wife, our teacher, our mentor, and our Bishop Professor Vincent IYawe, and his darling wife, Reverend Mrs. IYawe. Welcome, sir. I'm intimidated about introducing people who are here this morning, but please, if you just permit me to take as the papers have been given to me here this morning. But before we start that, we'll take the national anthem first, after which we'll take the national Union anthem and make the introduction of the dignitaries who are here present. So shall we all rise as we take the national anthem? high table first this morning. Our guest speaker for today's event, classmate of our celebrant, a retired top officer from the Nigerian Army and a medical doctor, consultant cardiologist. Join me as I welcome to the high table Dr. F. Ishola Osho. Please can you be ushered to the high table, please? You're welcome, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome, sir. I will do a brief introduction of some of the dignitaries here before we progress. Please join me as I welcome this morning to this event of celebration of the 70th birthday and retire ceremony of Bishop Professor Vincent IYawe. Our midst is Emeritus Professor E.A.C. Unwansi, former Vice Chancellor, University of Benin. Can we give him the round of applause? Also here with us is Emeritus Professor Raymond Elion, former Prof, College of Education, Benin. Thank you, sir. Please, can we welcome him properly? Also with us here is Emeritus Professor Augustine Bolwe, Professor of Obstetrics and Gynecology, University of Benin, University of Benin Teaching Hospital. Welcome, Prof. Seated also in our midst this morning is Professor Austin Obasua, Professor of Medicine, University of Benin. Also have seated on the front row, Dr. and Professor Mrs. Osahon, immediate past Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration, University of Benin. Welcome, sir. In our midst again this morning is the former GMB NNPC, Dr. Gaius Obaseki and his wife, Ms. Roxy Obaseki. Please, can we put our hands together to welcome them? Seated also in our midst this morning is a distinguished politician and senator. Excuse me. Seated in our midst also this morning is Senator Erike Osamiri. Welcome, sir. Good morning. Welcome. A number of professors are here seated and we're taking them as we progress. But I'd like to first call for us to have an opening prayer. And to do that for us this morning is our amiable professor. Okay, yes. I've just been told this afternoon, maybe I need sugar. Yes. Thank you. Venerable Professor Osamoyi will come up to lead us in an opening prayer this morning. Can we welcome him very proper applause? Venerable Professor Osamoyi is Director of Academic Planning, University of Benin.
Unto our Lord be thy glory, great things he hath done. Unto Jesus be thy glory, great things he hath done. Our Father and God, we celebrate you for this event. We thank you, Lord, for our dear brother. Birthday and retirement celebration of our dear Professor Bishop Vincent IYawe. Lord, take absolute control and let your name be glorified. Let this celebration be to your honor and to your honor alone. Lord, let the milestone in your life be a celebration in your presence. I want to pray especially today that because of your son and his dear wife and family, if there is anyone here that is not born again, this is your day. In Jesus' mighty name, we have prayed.
Amen. Thank you so very much. Today's program is a program of the School of Basic Medical Sciences, School of Medicine, School of Dentistry, School of Childcare, and in general, College of Medical Sciences. Because our celebrant today has been Dean, he has been Provost, and the first citizen of College of Medical Sciences. So I have the responsibility to call up to the item this morning the Provost College of Medical Sciences, Professor Sado. Please can we welcome him to the item. I think he's here represented this morning by Prof on his way. Okay, thank you. The Dean School of Dentistry, Professor Morige, is here. Please come to the item. I also would like to call Professor IYawe to come to the item, please. That's what I was told to do. Thank you, sir. Please can we usher Professor IYawe to the item. Dean School of Medicine, former Professor IYawe is the former Vice Chancellor of University of Benin. Please can we welcome him properly as he comes off stage, please. Dean School of Medicine, Professor Vincent he is already working with me on the article. Please welcome him formally as he's already here. Dean School of Basic Medical Sciences, Professor Freddy Agre is also upstage here working. Please welcome him properly. I'd like to quickly recognize a number of all the dignitaries who are here with us this morning. Can you join me to welcome Honorable Justice and Mrs. S.O. IYawe? Please welcome them. The Honorable Endukero Peter Osareti, former NDDC Commissioner Edo State, is here in our midst. Right Honorable Chavia and Mrs. J. Obasaki is here with us in our midst this morning. Please can we welcome them properly? Reverend D. Egbenusi, Chaplain, University of Benin, is here with us. Please can we welcome him? Also in our midst this morning is Chief Henry Bazwai, a former Bosa University of Benin, is in our midst this morning. Please can we welcome him properly? You're welcome, sir. Architect IYawe is seated also on the front row here. I think it's elder brother of our celebrant today. Please can we welcome Architect IYawe? Welcome, sir. Here, Vice Marshal Host is also in our midst this morning. Can we do a welcome to him this morning? Honorable Justice S. IYawe, retired Justice of Supreme Court, is in our midst this morning. Can we do a welcome to him? Apostle Agarise Yubo is in our midst this morning. Can we welcome him? Reverend Professor and Reverend Dr. Professor Mrs. F.I. Obayano are here in our midst this morning. We welcome you. Please can we do a proper welcome for them? Dr. Edith Kayode Yasere is here in our midst, former MD Central Hospital. Please you are welcome, Dr. The CMAC University of Benin Teaching Hospital, Professor Stanley Okubo is in our midst this morning. Can we welcome him to this event? Welcome, Prof. The immediate past the School of Basic Medical Sciences, Professor Mrs. Reta O is in our midst this morning. Can we do a welcome for her? Okay. Professor Stanley Okubo, please your hands to come to the item, please, to represent the CMP. Also, a past the School of Basic Medical Sciences, Professor Mrs. Ebomoyi is in our midst this morning. You're welcome. Please can we welcome her properly? There are a number of other professors that are taking. Professor A.C. Ugu is here with us this morning. You're welcome. Professor Kingsley IYawe is here with us. You're welcome. And I think you are taking a role. The Dean of Faculty of Education is here with us this morning. Prof, I welcome you, sir. Good morning, sir. I mean, good afternoon. I think I'll continue to say good afternoon. Thank you. At this point, I would like to please permit me to quickly make welcome to the following people's names I've just got. Professor G.I. Moro is here in our midst this morning. Please welcome him this afternoon to our midst. Professor Sisti Osubo, you're welcome. Good afternoon, Prof. Professor O.K. Omoro, you are the Faculty of Education. I just mentioned you are welcome. You're welcome, sir. Our students not in this midst this morning. Can you not put your hands together and welcome these special dignitaries who are in our midst? Honorable Frank Osayan, the former Vice Chairman of the Adults to Government of Canada, is in our midst this morning. Honorable, you're welcome. Professor M.A. Okumbawa of the Department of Medical Lab Sciences, you're welcome. Good afternoon. Professor Mrs. ICN, Consultant Obstetrics and Gynecology, I think she's the latest. Okay, somebody has presented after you. Okay, welcome, Prof. Yes, so at this point, I would like to give the microphone to the Provost to do a welcome address. This morning, can we put our hands together as I hand the microphone over to the Provost? Okay, still on his way. Yeah. The Deputy Provost is here in our midst, Professor B. Owewu. Yes, you are asked to come and do a welcome the guests while we are waiting for the Provost to be welcome. Can we welcome her to this podium, please? Please put your hands together for us.
Let me stand on the already established protocol for this program. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I bring greetings from the College of Medicine from the Provost. I'm sure he's on his way. So I want to welcome all our guests here present for this occasion where the birthday celebration and retirement party of our daddy, who we are going to honor today. I welcome all of you for this program. Thank you.
Can we usher the Provost to the item? Before I pass the microphone to the Vice Chancellor to give a speech, please let me crave your indulgence to welcome all pastors and members of the Church of God Mission International Incorporated who are here this morning. Please can you welcome them properly? There are many. I want to start to recognize them one by one. We will not be here till 6 p.m. Please welcome them properly. Our celebrant today is the Bishop of the Church of God Mission International Incorporated, and his members, pastors are all here to celebrate it today. Please, you're welcome, and we are glad to have you here. Yes. Please, let me, Madam Vice Chancellor, let me create your just to quickly recognize the presence of Professor Dominic Osagai, MNI, Dean School of Clinical Medicine, Professor W. Josiah is here in our midst. You're welcome, Prof. And the past NMA President, Edo State, you're welcome, sir. Also, the representative of the Edo State Governor, Edo State SSG, Vice Chancellor, I think it's Mrs. Deborah Enokemo, Permanent Secretary, Office of the SSG. That is it. Please, can we welcome Madam, please? Welcome. We're glad to have you here. Thank you so much. At this point, I'll pass the microphone to the Vice Chancellor for our speech. Can we welcome the Vice Chancellor, please?
Permit me to stand on existing protocol, the already established existing protocol. I bring you warm greetings from our Vice Chancellor, Professor Lilian Moitian Salami, the Vice Chancellor of this university, and also the chairperson of the Committee of Vice Chancellors of the Federal Universities of Nigeria. She's also the Vice President of the Association of African Universities. She would really have loved to be here, but due to the exigencies of her duties, she's unable to attend. So, but she has an address to be read at this retirement ceremony. It is my pleasure to be at this special retirement ceremony in honor of an erudite scholar, teacher, and respected professor of medicine, Professor Bishop Vincent IYawe. Professor Vincent IYawe is a professor of clinical physiology with specialization in cardiopulmonology. He joined the services of the University of Benin in 1980 and has been a consummate academic, contributing immeasurably to the enhancement of the College of Medical Sciences in particular and University of Benin as a whole. In the various positions held by Professor IYawe, his impact has been greatly felt. We place on record the upgrading of the School of Basic Medical Sciences. As Dean of the new School of Basic Medical Sciences then, he was instrumental to the growth and rapid expansion of the school, advocating for the employment of qualified staff, as well as purchase of highly sophisticated equipment for teaching and research. The school, which started with 3 departments, rapidly grew to 7 during his tenure, with all programs fully accredited. Professor IYawe has been a member of several decision-making committees within and outside the University of Benin, with successes recorded in all the spheres. In fact, we can go on to list Professor IYawe's feats, both as an academic and an urbane and selfless personality. Suffice it to say that Professor IYawe's greatest achievement is that so many lives he touched, having his humanitarian gestures with his work in the vineyard. It is therefore not a surprise, as I understand that over 100 persons, including his mentees and well-wishers, contributed willingly and happily to this colorful retirement ceremony, put together to honor a truly altruistic personality with a fatherly disposition. As we retire from the services of the University of Benin, I urge you not to be tired. The university will continue to count on tapping for your wealth of experience, and will trust and will always take interest in the institution's affairs. May God strengthen you and grant you every grace. For all who have put initiative, money, and time to organize this event, I thank you for your show of love towards our dear Professor IYawe. May God also lighten your paths. Thank you and God bless. Professor Lilian I. Salami. Vice Chancellor of the University of Benin, and Chairperson, Committee of Vice Chancellors of Nigerian Federal Universities. Thank you.
Can we do better than this for our Vice Chancellor? I'd like to inform us this afternoon that Mrs. Deborah Enochiumu Esquire is here representing the governor of Edo State, Mr. Daniel Vincent. Mr. Maseki, what's the name, please? Thank God I'm not in the Edo State service. I will have lost my salary. All right, so our governor is represented here this morning, Governor Godwin Obaseki. Please, can we put our hands together to represent, to welcome the governor as he's represented here. At this point, I'd like to call on my dean to come to the podium. On our program this morning, you see an item here where we are supposed to do a short story about the exploit of our celebrant today when he was the former Dean School of Basic Medical Sciences and also former Provost College of Medical Sciences, University of Benin. I'd like to call Professor Fred IYawe to just do a summary of so many things that Professor IYawe did as Dean and also as a Provost. Thank you. Can we welcome Professor IYawe? Thank you very much.
The Vice Chancellor, Professor Mrs. Lillian Mochi-Yansalami, here duly represented by another academic giant, Professor Mrs. Catherine Bowen. Please permit me to stand on already existing protocols. The man we are celebrating here today is a great man. I almost said, praise the Lord. Thank God he's a man of two parts. Of course, Bishop is attached to his name. Professor Bishop Vincent IYawe came, he saw, and you complete the other one. Today is bowing out of the service of the University of Benin, though retiring, but still firing. And we pray that he will continue to fire on. Professor IYawe, in his academic career at the University of Benin, did quite a lot of exploits. From headship through Dean, and then Provost. I'll call Deans and Provost because he did these positions in two terms in both positions. Of course, as head of the department, he also completed his tenure there, even had extra time. I remember vividly when I did my MSc in physiology. And before I came in, the program used to be a program that take about 4 or 5 years. Sometimes after 5 years, the candidates will voluntarily withdraw without telling the university. But I want to tell us that during his tenure as head of department in my department, while I was in my MSc program, that program was completed in record time, 1 year. Later, he trained so many students, both doctors and non-doctors, and he was eventually elected as a dean in the School of Basic Medical Sciences. He completed the first term, and the people said, no, we want you to take another term because you have done well. And I want to tell you that while he was a dean, he actually did exploits. He expanded the programs in the School of Basic Medical Sciences, created new ones and established the new ones. That's when medical lab sciences came on board, established. You have the School of Nursing, you have Department of Nursing Sciences, Department of Physiotherapy, and then you have the last one coming on board, Department of Radiography. All of them are fully on to date. And today, the School of Basic Medical Sciences has become a hot cake because of these programs that have been established while he was a dean. At the time, he was serving as both dean and even deputy provost. And eventually they said, you need to be the provost. So he was, again, elected as a provost of College of Medical Sciences for a period of 3 years, the first instance. At the completion of 3 years of tenure, the people said, we want you back without any opposition. And he got his second term, just sitting in the office, and they said, we want you to do a second term as a provost. He is the man we are celebrating today. During his tenure as being provost, he increased the staff strength of all the departments in terms of employment. Academic staff were employed massively, non-academic staff also employed massively, and then we witnessed rapid promotion of staff. You know, all those era where a staff that is due for promotion we have his apart form placed under the table. Those all were over. We now had promotions everywhere, flowing at the right time. He is the one we are celebrating today. Prof, sir, we really appreciate you. From the school level, we appreciate you. From the college level, we appreciate you. And we pray that in all your future endeavor, though we have not left you completely, we are still tied to you. Anytime we want you back, we drag you in. We pray that God will strengthen you and keep you. Now, one thing I noticed in the life of Prof, I used to wonder how is it that he's able to handle all these different assignments. You'll be surprised that at about 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock in the night, you say, maybe Prof should be sleeping now. Let me just send a text message so that he will, maybe when you wake up in the morning, he will answer you. You'll be surprised that he will respond to your text message that time. I said, Prof, you mean I've not slept this time? He said, no, I can't sleep by this time. This is the time I look at things. In the daytime, people will occupy me. But about this time, I begin to take a look at things. Those PhD students, thesis that are with me, I look at them, how we'll be able to look. That's because if you give me a PhD thesis, say, I'm preparing for my PhD defense. You'll be thinking that because of his various activities, both in the church and he will not be able to look through it. You'll be surprised. They will call you, come and take your thesis. I've gone through it. And be sure when you look at it, you will see you pick all the mistakes, even grammatical errors, you will pick them for you. That is the man we are celebrating today. I want us all to really, just please help. If it's for the day, whether you are senior to him or let's just rise and give him a standing ovation. Professor Vincent IYawe came, he saw and he conquered. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you, Professor Agorayo. The person of Professor IYawe is actually difficult to describe in simple terms. It's actually different persons to different people. But what describes him most is as a man who has accomplished and has touched so many lives, including mine. Thank you, sir. Please permit me to quickly recognize the presence of Professor Nosa, Professor Egafona. Professor Egafona, good afternoon, welcome, sir. Professor Idrokewe HOD Child Health, University of Benedictine Hospital. Good afternoon, you are welcome. Dr. Christopher Sakpa, Department of Anatomy. Professor Dominic Osaga is here in our midst. Good afternoon, you're welcome, sir. Professor Osaga Akpata and his wife, they are here with us. Good afternoon. Please, can we give them a round of applause? Reverend Alex and Reverend Mrs. F.I. Idu, PRO Church of God Mission International University or International Museum, with us. Good afternoon, you're welcome, sir. I'd like to now do a proper recognition to my provost, who, even though he has sneaked in, but he has to be properly recognized, is now on the table. And please, I'd like you to join me to welcome Professor Wilson Sando, Provost, College of Medical Sciences, University of Benin. Good afternoon, and welcome, sir. At this point, I'd like to bring to the podium a former Dean, School of Basic Medical Sciences, Professor N.I. Ebomoyi. She's coming to do a short comment on our celebrant. Can we welcome Professor Ebomoyi? Before she gets here, join me to recognize my very good friend, who is now a politician, newly elected member of Upper Assembly Edo State, Dr. Richard Edosa. Honorable. Good afternoon. Welcome. Seated next to him is my good friend to medical biochemistry, Dr. IYawe. Good afternoon. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Madam Vice Chancellor, represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration, please permit me to stand on the already established tool. When I looked at the program, I saw short comments by me. I wondered, I thought short comments on Professor IYawe. If I'm to talk on Professor IYawe or comment on Professor IYawe, it can never be short. Because there will be so much to say. But I'm happy I don't have to go with this because Professor IYawe specifically told me, and I obeyed instructions, and what he said was that my duty today would be to read his profile, and that it will be written by him. All he would do would be to give it to me to come here and read. And that is exactly what I'm going to do. I've not added anything to what I'm going to read right now. So it's an abridged profile, it's very concise. All the necessary details have been removed. So we are not going to keep you sitting down and listening because it will go on and on, but he has made it very concise. A brief profile of Professor Vincent IYawe. Professor IYawe is a professor of clinical physiology with specialization in cardiopulmonology. He attended world-class universities including Ibadan, Benin, London, and Edinburgh. He is a registered medical practitioner and a member of the Nigerian Medical Association. He is a member of the British Association of Sports Medicine, member of the Breathing Club of Britain and European Society of Respiratory Physiologists. Professor IYawe is a fellow of the Physiological Society of Nigeria, fellow of the Academy of Medical Specialties, and fellow of the Chartered Institute of Public Management. He is a distinguished alumnus of the University of Benin and a university hero. He was in years past adjudged the best lecturer and professor in the School of Basic Medical Sciences, College of Medical Sciences. At the undergraduate level, was a national and university scholar. Also, he was a Commonwealth scholar and later a Commonwealth fellow. Professor IYawe has been a lecturer in the University of Benin since 1980. In the course of time, he attended several trainings and conferences at home and abroad. He attended and presented papers at international conferences, for example, the Bratislava, former Czechoslovakia, Oxford and Cambridge in the UK, Nice, France, Cork in Ireland, Bern in Switzerland, Houston, Texas, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and Hamburg. At various times, he was visiting professor to St. Thomas's Hospital Medical School in London. I remember how surprised Prof was when I phoned to say, Prof, please tell me how I can take train to where you are. He said, where are you? I said, I'm in London, I'm coming to visit you. So that was during the period I visited. I actually saw him. Our Queen's University in Jerusalem and Women's Medical College, Dubai, UAE. Locally, he has also been visiting professor to Ambrose University, Ekoma, and the Canadian University, Okada. Professor IYawe has served as chairman and member of accreditation and visitation panels of the Nigerian National University Commission, NUC, and the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria. He is external examiner at both undergraduate and postgraduate levels in virtually all first and second generation federal universities and some state and private universities in Nigeria and abroad. He was head of department on 2 different occasions, also a dean, 2-time provost of the College of Medical Sciences. In both instances, Professor IYawe was the first alumnus to become dean in the college and provost. He also acted briefly for an incumbent vice chancellor. He was a member of the Governing Council of the University of Benin and Ambrose University of Mambo. He was a member of the Board of Management of the University of Benin Teaching Hospital and IYawe Specialist Teaching Hospital. In the University of Benin, he was a member of Senate for many years and member of several boards and committees. In particular, he chaired the Students' Disciplinary Committee. Later, he was chairman of the Senior Staff Disciplinary Committee. Also, he was chairman of the board of the Center for Part-Time Students. He was home master of Clinical Students Hostel for several years, and a very good one at that, because during that tenure, at some stage, I was a hall warden, so we worked closely together in the hall cabinet. In the course of service, he won many awards, distinctions, and commendations. As a dean in the new School of Basic Medical Sciences, he was instrumental in the growth and rapid expansion of the school, soliciting for employment of quality staff and purchase of highly sophisticated machines and equipment for teaching and research. The school, which started with 3 departments, rapidly grew to 7 departments, with all programs fully accredited. My dean just mentioned, gave me a bit more highlights to that fact. Now, outside the university system, he was a former member of the Post-Primary Education Board. He was chairman of management, board of Faith Mediplex Hospital, a missionary hospital in Benin City. He was for a long time chairman, board of administration, Church of God Mission International, and zonal chairman, Scripture Union Nigeria. Currently, he is chairman, Board of Trustees, Nigerian Christian Graduate Fellowship. He's Chairman, Board of Trustees, the Oseji Foundation, Executive Member, Bible Society of Nigeria, Vice Chairman, Board of Trustees, Society of Medical Physiologists. He's a Director, Trust Fund Microfinance Bank, and Vice Chairman, Board of Regents, Vincent University. He has trained hundreds of undergraduates in medicine, dentistry, pharmacy, and other medically related fields. At the postgraduate level, he has supervised over 30 MSc and 15 PhD graduates. He has examined even more MSc, MD, PhD graduates. Many of his former students and those examined and assessed by him are now vice chancellors, chief medical directors, provost deans, while others are excelling in different nations of the world. His research works have made significant contributions to the advancement of knowledge in his area of specialization. He has well over 120 publications in reputable national and international peer-reviewed journals, pioneering the positive feedback mechanism in the cardiorespiratory interactions at the onset of exercise, and the twinning of the heart and lungs. He gave his inaugural lecture many years ago, and the lecture was titled, "Twin for Good, Twin for Bad. The heart and lungs work together." He has given many guest lectures and keynote addresses. He is the author of several books, including the popular compendium on marriage titled 1+1. I have that book and it's very good. And a classic titled Financial Sense. He is editor-in-chief of the Journal of Medicine and Biomedical Sciences, and he is a reviewer for several journals. As a pastor, having been ordained in the 1980s, and now a bishop of Church of God Mission International. Professor IYawe is happily married to his wife, Suri, and they are blessed with children, doing very well in their various fields, and grandchildren. Thank you very much. A round of applause for Professor IYawe. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Bomoyi. Can we give a better round of applause for our celebrant today? Before we take on the next item on our program this afternoon, please let me create your very judges, Madam Vice Chancellor, to quickly recognize the following dignitaries. Professor Chuks Eboka, National President, Nigerian Christian Graduate Fellowship, is here with us. Good afternoon, sir. Also, Professor Gideon Emedwe, Faculty of Agriculture, is here with us this afternoon. There are a number of our colleagues in the School of Medical Science, Basic Medical Sciences and College of Medical Sciences. They are here. Just permit me to quickly recognize the head of the Department of Radiography and Radiation Science, Professor Mrs. Elaine Ogefere. Professor A.D.A. Igoroji, Department of Physiology, is here. Good afternoon, Prof. Professor A. Umeli, Faculty, School of Dentistry, is here with us. Good afternoon. Professor Atama, Department of Anatomy, is here with us this afternoon. Good afternoon, Prof. My pastor and professor, Professor M.S.O.I.C.N. is here with us. Good afternoon, Prof. Professor Mrs. F.K. Idu, HOD, Department of Optometry, is here. I thought your students are here that are supposed to actually be doing better than they are doing. Professor Osim, HOD, Medical Laboratory Science Department, is here. Good afternoon, you're welcome. I'd like to recognize very specially and welcome in one of the children of Professor IYawe, Dr. Osama IYawe, who is here representing his children here. Good afternoon, you're welcome. Professor Osama IYawe is a senior lecturer in the University in London, and he has flown down here to represent his siblings in our midst this afternoon. Dr. Silvanos Ini, head of Department Anatomy, is here. Good afternoon, you're welcome. Dr. Sadalo, Department of Medical Laboratory Science, is here. You're welcome, Prof. Professor Emokwai, Department of Medical Laboratory Sciences, you're welcome. Good afternoon. Professor Mokwa, HOD, Medical Biochemistry, is here. Good afternoon, and you're welcome. At this point, if you look through the booklet review, we have this cultural dance. Professor IYawe is a professor, is a bishop, and is a man who is in touch with his locality. So we want to have a short playlet by the Department of Theatre Art of the University of Benin. They've come to do this in honor of our celebrant today. And we warmly welcome them to the United World.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We have heard so much this afternoon, so many amazing things that our professor from the Department of Theatre Arts, University of Benin. And we're here to felicitate with our father, our bishop, our Professor Vincent IYawe on his retirement. We have a short playlist to showcase this afternoon, to entertain you and to educate you as well, to prepare you for the lecture that we'll be having today. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. I'll be back again to conclude. Thank you.
Guys, I'm so delighted to have you. I'm so happy that we're here. This is our very first reunion after 13 years. Anyway. We're the class of 2010, Theatre Department of the University of Benin. So 13 years now, this is the first time seeing after that. You guys are looking awesome. I'm so happy, so glad to have you around. I don't know, our department now is 45 years, you know? Yeah, and I'm thinking, that's the reason I said, for having this reunion, we have to do something. So I came up with something in my mind. I know you are sitting there looking at us right now, but I want to say this also, from what we're about to discuss or talk about. If you know that somehow it's laid in your heart to also contribute to what we are going to discuss now, please feel free to meet us and also contribute. Guys, we need to transform our department. We are all products of theatre department. I mean, look at 13 years ago. We know how we came here, and now most of us are CEOs and managers of different companies, and this is because of what the department has deposited in our lives. So I feel that we can build more, do more. We need to have studios, sophisticated studios, theater art, hall to take about thousands of students, just to ensure that we have a new face and a new profile as a department. Guys, I know you know what I'm talking about. We are all testimonies of this department, right? Yeah, but guess what? Before we go into all the eating and drinking and everything, I would love us to have a chairman, also a chairlady, just to preside over this reunion. So, of course, our class no other person. It's a round of applause for you. All right, there we go. Yeah, our chairman. Then the chairlady, yes, that's okay. So they're going to be presiding over this reunion. Thank you guys so much for coming. Also, the food we're eating and the drinks is courtesy of Benny's delicacy. Yeah. You know Benny those days now, we usually go to our restaurant. Anyway, so guys, we need to start off properly. So we need somebody to help us with the opening prayer. Mercy. Yes. All right.
Hallelujah, somebody. Hallelujah. Okay, can you close our eyes to pray? Thank you, Lord, for bringing us here this afternoon after so many years. Lord, we pray that as we have come to eat and drink and enjoy ourselves, we pray that you help us enjoy to its fullest. Amen?
We have not changed after 13 years. Anyway, so that is it. So guys,
No, this is not water. This is obviously an attack from the pit of hell. What we need to do right now is join hands together and pray. Please, I have oil. I want to oil in my bag. Please, someone get me a little bit. Please. We need to allow this man right now.
you want to pray in this situation. Someone is obviously dying or probably might be dead. You want to pray. Look, Lord, I don't need to be rude, but this is your prayer. I will not give you a class. And you want to pray this situation. This is serious. You know, in this case, I'll call an ambulance right now. Hello? Please, sir.
we've got to the end of our play. The phenomenon of sudden death is becoming very predominant. People are slumping and dying. Young, old, mature, not mature. People are slumping and dying. And there's no sign whatsoever. This person has never been sick before. What could happen? What could cause someone to just fall down and die like we've seen? We have found some, we have identified some things that could actually trigger sudden death. I would like to tell you about them. So let's have a look.
Say no to excess cholesterol, and you can actually get it from red meat and yogurt.
Another cause of sudden death may be as a result of high blood pressure, which is also known as hypertension. As adults, try and endeavor. So at least go for checkup twice or once a year, every year.
More diet and what you eat, so eat wisely.
Insufficient sleep can cause serious stress to a man or a woman. You must make sure to have sufficient sleep as a man is living a normal life.
Lack of physical exercise triggers slumping to death. I advise that you do exercises regularly.
In as much as you work, it is applicable you find time to rest because stress kills.
Drug abuse or substance abuse is a silent killer. Please always see a doctor whenever you feel you are using too much drugs. Thank you.
Smoking is one of the causes of slumping to death, as smokers are liable to die young.
Another cause of sudden death is excess intake of salt. It's a trigger that leads to high blood pressure, kidney disease, heart disease, stroke, etc. Therefore, it is expedient that we check our intake of salt and salt usage at all times. Thank you.
Excess of sugar is not good. So check your sugar level always.
Can we celebrate them, please? Can we celebrate them? Can we celebrate them? This is University of Benin. These are students of the Department of Theatre at University of Benin. Can we put them, give them a round of applause? Thank you so much. Before we proceed, please let me take a few seconds to quickly recognize the head of the Department of O&G, my very good friend. You know the way I will call your surname, Professor James Osas. The full name, my teeth may pull if I try to pronounce it. I'm sure it's the Department of O&G, head of the Department, Professor James Osas. Good afternoon, you're welcome. I also like to make recognition of Mr. Osao PE, Uniben and Lord Chairman, Uniben branch. Good afternoon, you're welcome. Our colleagues in the Department of Medical Biochemistry are here. Many have introduced their head of department, but our very good friend, Dr. F. Olubese, is here. Good afternoon, you're welcome, Dr. Olubese. Professor Sadalo, I'm sure I've recognized and welcomed you before. Professor Sadalo, Medical Laboratory Sciences. I'd like to request Professor Kingsley IYawe to please come up podium to do the citation of our guest lecturer. Can we put our hands together for Professor Kingsley IYawe? Professor Kingsley IYawe is immediate Deputy Provost, College of Medical Sciences, University of Benin. Welcome, sir.
May I humbly request that our guest lecturer for today please come. Let me start by doing what everyone else is doing, standing on the existing protocol. It is quite an honor reading the citation of Dr. Olushola Festus Osho. He's a chief consultant cardiologist and physician who had his secondary education in Edo College, Benin City, where he won the cup of the first Midwestern Nigeria Young Farmers Essay Competition. So, behold a farmer. He's an alumnus of the University of Benin, where he was classmate to Professor Vincent IYawe. Both of them used the scholarship then called National Scholarly Award. And Dr. Shaw graduated with distinction in anatomy in 1978. There is something of interest in this because at that time I was doing anatomy, the basic medical sciences in the University of Benin Medical School. And our acting Vice Chancellor, Professor Mrs. K. Tupon, and I were students in the anatomy class, and then Mr. Osho used to come as a demonstrator alongside the one I knew as Brother Vincent IYawe, who used to come as a demonstrator in physiology, and a number of other distinction students from the upper classes. Dr. Shaw had his postgraduate specialist training in cardiology and cardiothoracic medicine at the famous Hammersmith Hospital in London, the Royal Infirmary in Edinburgh, and King's Cross Hospital in Dundee. He also worked at the Watford General Hospital, UCH London, the Stoke Mandeville Hospital, and King's College Hospital in London. Dr. Shaw had the privilege of training under the physician to the then Queen of England while in Edinburgh, and headed a team providing medical cover for the visit of the President of the United States to the United Kingdom. He worked as the head of medicine and cardiology at the military hospital Ikoyi, Lagos, and the Armed Forces Reference Hospital, Kaduna, where he was also the hospital chief clinician. He was deputy director later at the military hospital IYawe and the military hospital Port Harcourt. Dr. Osho worked at the United Nations, where he won a medal recommendation for work done in the Middle East from 1980 to 1981. He was the WHO consultant to the National Program in Immunization, NPI. And Dr. Shaw was a member of the team to first practice telemedicine in Nigeria with the presentation of on telemedicine at the Cardiac Society meeting in Jos. He presented the first paper on cardiovascular diseases in the armed forces at the Pan-African Armed Forces and Police Medical Services Conference. Dr. Osho, being a retired soldier, we call them old soldier, is a recipient of the following medals: United Nations Medal with Commendation, Armed Forces Service Medal, Meritorious Service Star, and Distinguished Service Star. He retired as a colonel in the Nigerian Armed Forces. So now he's a civilian like you and I. Otherwise, you would have come with his medals and you would have seen the medals in real life. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Osho is married with 4 children and many grandchildren. He's a fellow of the Royal College of Physicians, a member of the Nigerian Cardiac Society, a member of the Lagos Cardiac Society Group, a member of the North American Society for Cardiac Pacing and Electrophysiology, and a member of the New York Academy of Sciences. Ladies and gentlemen, that's our guest lecturer for today.
First, I'd like to say that I feel very honored to be called upon by Professor Vincent IYawe to come and deliver this lecture. I would like to say my regards to the Vice Chancellor of the university, ably represented by one of my own colleagues in medical school, Professor Kate Paul. I would like also to say my greetings to the celebrant today, Professor Vincent and his wife, whom I have known for a very long time. Thereafter, I just want to say that I will stand on existing protocols, but also mention that among you here, I have a lot of senior colleagues. I see Professor Basma, I see old classmates like Ruben Sahon, whom I've known since 1965. So I'm not as young as before. Professor Vincent IYawe and myself have come a long way. First and foremost, I'm sure you remember, we came to the University of Benin from the University of Ibadan. So we were relatively new in the class to the students that we met in the class. But somehow, the two of us gravitated towards each other. And I would like to say one incident you will probably not have forgotten 100%. When we started medical school here, we had a new professor of biochemistry, a very eloquent gentleman, who had never known how far we had gone in what we were studying in biochemistry. I'm sure you remember that. And by the time we arrived in the lecture room, the biochemistry room, he had arrived there because he was super efficient. He had arrived at the lecture room and scribbled 1,000 formulae on the blackboard. 1,000 processes, Krebs cells, citric acid cell, all these things were a little bit strange to us. So we sat down in the class and we met him still writing, scribbling on the wall, on the blackboard in those days. The class was still. And I didn't know that, now I know, that once you become a professor, you not only have eyes and ears in front, you also have eyes and ears at the back. So the professor is backing the class, and I raised up my hand. I'm not always been stubborn. I'm just like everybody else. I raised up my hand, and like a nuisance, the professor just asked, yes, who is this rat? That's apparently what I'm saying. But he turned around subsequently and said to me, so what is the matter? And I said to the professor, sir, did you take any pains at all? Did the professor take any pains at all to find out the level we had reached as a class before coming to do all this magic on the blackboard? The professor turned around and in one sentence dismissed me, saying, I took excruciating pains, sit down. So I sat down, and I thought that was the end. It wasn't the end. Before the end of the day, I got a letter summoning me to the office of the head of a professor, head of to come and show reason why I should not be disciplined in the university. And the university was very orderly, like the military. I have military background as well. If you are going to punish a military officer, you have to add an officer of the same rank to stay in the mess with him, put in a academic rank, to keep him company. That's not how it goes. So if you are putting one lieutenant or a colonel down, you put another one down to keep him company. So the letter also said that I must come to see the head of the Department of Biochemistry with a chaperone and a query. And who was I to call? So this experience, I went to a Prof IYawe and I said, oh boy, another day I said, wahala deo. So we went to the office and trembling, of course, because you could be thrown out of the medical school on day one. So we traveled into the office. And when we got to the front of the office, at the door, we met a very complex picture of a human being whose head was tucked under the arms, and it was written down there, why be difficult? When with a little bit of effort, you can become impossible. That was the caption of that picture. In front of the professor. Then I said to Vincent, I'm going home from here. We went inside, and after a little while, he looked up from, of course, what he was doing, and said to me, what nasty kind of child do you think you are? Of course, immediately prostrate. You shall not prostrate anymore for anybody these days. Immediately prostrate and start to confess your sins. He really wants to really commit. At the end of the day, he might just out of his office and just told us that he told me that I should behave myself. And then I started behaving myself from there. Life is very interesting if you know, or if you have the grace of God to play hard and also work hard. In that same university, eventually, this university, which is my home university, Professor Vincent, IYawe, and myself were subsequently written official letters by the university to come and teach anatomy and physiology in the school. I said I was going to say this story before I start the lecture. During the course of the lecture, I'm going to also tell stories. Because in those days, for you to go to medical school or to train in medicine, you have to study Latin and classics. Because the doctor was supposed to be a gentleman with a lot of knowledge in everything. So I'm going to start with something of that nature. And then tell the stories as we go. Because this audience is both lay and academic. He warned me about that before I came in. So I'm going to do the lecture in such a way that people can benefit from both sides of the eye. Not the green and the red eye in the National Assembly, but this assembly. Now, can I have the first slide, please? This is a picture in Giza in Cairo, in ancient Egypt. We're still there today. And also at the back, you see the pyramids and the Sphinx. The question of sudden death, this time today. In ancient Egypt, contestation for the stool of the Pharaoh involved any means possible. Incest, whatever. In this particular contest, a contestant to the stool had put a poisonous serpent, snake, under the bellies of one of the contestants. And when the contestant went to sleep, the snake bit this person, and the person died. Suddenly, at night in bed, end of the contest. So that particular person became the Pharaoh. Next slide, please. In Greek mythology, Deidalos was the father of Icarus. And he was a very crafty, the man was talented in craft in terms of what he was capable of doing. And he came up with the idea of attaching wings to himself, feathers to himself, with beeswax, and also attach it to his son, to his young son, because he wanted to escape from captivity and thought the prophet would fly. But he warned his son, don't fly too close to the sun, because I've only used wax to put these feathers on us. They will melt. And the son was busy enjoying the flight and went up and up. And what happened? The child came crashing down and died suddenly. Next slide, please. Now, in the Old Testament, this fresco, this particular fresco, if you can make it sharper or big, is a fresco of the judgment of King Solomon between two women who were fighting over the surviving child after one child had died suddenly in between them. And he got this knowledge and said to his attendant, that's them there, to slide the remaining child in two. And the lady, who was the true mother of the surviving child, knelt down, as you can see in this fresco, begging the king to please spare the child, that when the child grows old, the child will know the mother. Whereas the other lady was shouting, yes, call the child. Of course, if you got any human baby too, you will not have any human baby anymore. Next slide, please. We know in the New Testament that Jesus raised Lazarus from the dead. And what happened? The sister said, if you had been here, he would not have died. Meaning he died suddenly while Jesus was on the way. So sudden death, they started. But even before that, we also have the death of the son of a Shunammite woman that was raised by the prophet Elisha, who took over from Elijah. The woman has sent for Elisha to come. Then before he arrived, the child had died. And Elisha came all the same and eventually raised that child from sudden death. Time magazine in 1992 to show you what is really that this is not going away from the Bible to now. A mother of a young child, 7-year-old girl in America, 7-year-old girl, Jessica Prof, had trained their daughter, who is only 7 years, to fly a plane. And the mother and the uncle of this girl didn't think of anything. Now telling the whole world that they were going to fly solo from one end of across the United States of America. Of course, the girl got in the aircraft, 7-year-old girl, and she died suddenly along the way. This is 1993, it's not long ago, 2021, about 5 years ago. Now, this is still part of history. In those days, if you conquer any empire, you took everything. And so, I'm sure you all know, people are of my age, we've heard of Constantinople in modern day Turkey. The Emperor Constantine of Rome converted to Christianity. It's an extinction called Constantinople and was, heading this. After him, the Emperor Justus came to be the Emperor of Constantinople and Rome. Now, by this time, Hungarian empires were rising in the West and attacking Constantinople. In one of the attacks, Emperor Justin of Constantinople had spent 16 years getting ready for war for his enemies. And so, when the Emperor of Hungary showed up with 30,000 soldiers, the Emperor Justin was ready for them. He decimated all these soldiers, killed all of them, and left 1,000 of them. 900 out of the 1,000 removed their 2 eyes, removed both eyes. Then the remaining 100, he left with only 1 eye, and asked them to lead the remaining 900 back to their emperor. On hearing of what happened to them, when they arrived home, the Hungarian emperor collapsed and died suddenly. In 1992, in this country, there was a Charlie 130 disaster that killed about 90-something military officers, young military officers. Suddenly, this is not what is the only thing that happened. A lot of the army headquarters, therefore, set up a situation to compensate the relations or the next of kin of officers who had died in this disaster. In one case, with a woman that was working in the same hospital as me, while she was busy mourning the death of her husband's relations went to the army headquarters, signed the documents of the next of kin, and collected the entitlements the woman was supposed to have. The woman goes to the army headquarters, unknown to her that this has happened. And when she got to the army headquarters, they said to her, "What are you looking for here? You have already collected money." And she was told that the money was collected. She collapsed and died in the army headquarters. I was sitting very close to a few politicians. They think I don't know, but I know I was sitting close to them. They are very lion-hearted. I had a patient, this is real life now with me, all this alive, whose blood pressure was very difficult to manage. But we managed. Then she came to the clinic and said to me, "I am contesting a post." And I said, and that the post was going to be in a week, they were going to make that determination in about a week. And I said to the lady, "Madam, don't go there. I'm begging you. Don't go there. Your blood pressure cannot handle this." She said to me, they promised her that it was going to be hers. She went for this and she got disappointed. On that Saturday, I got a shrill voice calling me on the telephone. And I said, who is this? Little girl calling me. And I said, who are you? She says, I'm the daughter of Mrs. A. And I said, so what happened? She said, my mother had died this morning. Because when she arrived at the political rally, every person she thought was going to queue up behind her to vote for her. A thousand and one Nigerians have died. The significant ones are, like is this one with a child called Paraj, who was a footballer, was a lawyer, who had a master's degree in law and was actually doing a PhD in law. Collapsed at the National Stadium. And died suddenly during the international football match. Now, the parallel to this occurs is that of Christian Eriksen, who is now a footballer with Manchester United, I believe, who also collapsed at the match in the UK. And you could say he died. Then he was revived. So environment is very important in whether you're going to make it or not. We're coming to that later. Now, before I came here, another Christian of mine came to me shouting that a 30-year-old younger brother of his had gone to bed and never woke up. That's suddenly now, this is another one. In the theater, in the military hospital over in Lagos, after surgery, you know, when there are doctors that are there, you know, when doctors finish their operation, doctors and nurses, go to the nurses room or the doctor's room and start to write the surgical notes. One of them entered the room and was writing the surgical note, collapsed there after surgery. Nobody knew he was there. They locked the theater and locked the doors and left for home. And he was now let the wife go see her husband and cries to heaven and earth. By the time they returned to the hospital to open the doors of the hospital, where would you have gone that to? So somebody said, maybe that theater is not there. They checked the theater and found him on the floor. Can I read this? So these are just few real examples. They are all encompassing examples that we need to have regarding the cause of certain death. Now, very simple definition. Elasticated by pathologists, that it is death, sudden death. It's death within about an hour or even less in somebody who may not or may have previously recognized disease, but in whom the time and mode of death are unexpected. In the context of time, means the death means in 1 hour or less of distress. But then within 24 to 48 hours, adjusted of symptoms, heralding a change in clinical symptoms, even in the previous hairdresser or somebody who was unwell, is also recognized by pathologists as sudden death. Next slide, please. Now, the theater group has alluded to a degree to this, what you're going to see. I forgot to mention that I am grateful to Dr. Olga, who is a cardiologist at UCH in the background, for some of the things you're going to see me talking about. And to my two sons, one in Harvard and the other in Johns Hopkins, who also gave me the figures from the Western world. Right. So the causes of sudden death are predominantly cardiac or cardiovascular. And in this national cake, as you can see, if this was a national cake, nobody would like to cut from it. So you can see that well over 70% are cardiovascular problems. And non-cardiac causes make only 15%. And in some cases, we do not even know what happened. So we can call them unidentifiable, even when we do postmortem. This is just the same this. And then we divide the things into the various subsets in this particular chapter. After taking out the non-cardiac, if you now move them to respiratory, get 7% there. You get abdominal problems, you get other problems like drug abuse, you get endocrine problems, and you get central nervous system problems. Next slide, please. Now, we already, this is just for you to run through, just for you to quickly mention this to you that chronic arteriosclerosis, platelet regulation and thrombosis, anomalous coronary artery, a large number of cardiovascular causes of such a thing are here, including cardiomyopathies, both hypertensive cardiomyopathy, dilated cardiomyopathy, on and on like that. This is for the consumption of people who are, some of them senior to me in this debate. It is enough for you to know that cardiovascular causes are the most significant causes of sudden death. So you should see your cardiologist always. It cannot be necessary. Also some infections like Coxsackie myocarditis, and following pulmonary embolism, rheumatological conditions, heart failure. These things are very technical. Wolf-Parkinson White syndrome, low acute disease syndrome. These are complex, but it is good for us to know. Just pass it. Next slide, please. Right. Now, shock, electrolyte imbalance. So when people are in hospital, and they need fluids, they should also be having tests as to what the electrolytes are doing, especially potassium, because a low potassium can actually stop the heart, no matter the effort. And magnesium, it can stop the heart. So I think it is important. Then we are also in here cardiac toxins, cocaine, digoxin. Digoxin is a drug we use in treating cardiac conditions. But if you ask me, I would say today, the digoxin should be limited to the hands of those who are experts of using digoxin. Rather than throwing digoxin, even with people that have high blood pressure. I see them referred to me by boys who are just left NYC who are treating people with digoxin for attention. The use of digoxin today should be left in the hands of topmost who we know how to handle this kind of thing. Next slide. Now this is just a representation of what you might have seen, a bit of what you have seen before in terms of percentages. So it's just a representation again for you. Can I have the next slide, please? Now we have here as well non-cardiac causes like respiratory, that is really the lungs. Prof. IYawe obviously is very strong in this territory in terms of the relationship between the heart and the lungs, and these are the kind of causes that we call pulmonary embolism, starting from the heart. In Lagos, you should have a very high index of suspicion. We see people walking from the traffic in Lagos after leaving their homes at 4 a.m. to get to the island by around 9 or 10, sitting in the same car, coming straight to the hospital, short of breath. The first thing that should go to the doctor, this person has had a pulmonary embolism. We see that in Lagos quite often. So people should know. Then here, asthma. Also, I thought I was going to emphasize asthma. The night is the most dangerous part in asthma. So if you are treating somebody who is using inhalers and they're not responding, it is time for them to have what we call parenteral medication, because the night is cold and has cold hands. So you will not want anybody who has an asthmatic attack to continue to have an attack into the night. It's not the best, because most asthma deaths occur in the night. Next slide, please. Where we have put here gastrointestinal and iatrogenic causes. Iatrogenic means treatment-related causes. Get I mean, if you give somebody a medication that they should have through the vein, you put it in the artery, then it will injure them. And I also mentioned there again the toxin toxicity, which can cause all sorts of cardiac arrhythmias on its own. Now, I'd like to say a few words on drugs, cocaine and amphetamine. Cocaine, as everybody knows, if you are studying here, is an alkaloid from the coca plant. And it is not a safe recreational drug. Before now, it was suggested that cocaine was safe. It is not at all. It is a powerful addictive stimulant and is no more for the rich alone. There is now cheap cocaine, and you can get crack cocaine by mixing cocaine with baking soda in every woman's kitchen. So people should be very careful. Once they get to the slippery slope of trying cocaine, going back becomes impossible. Next slide, please. Alcohol abuse. These chaps are very clever. They also connect that as well. Alcohol as a drug or as a substance is directly toxic to the cardiac system. It is directly toxic to the liver. It can also cause cardiac rhythm disturbances, especially atrial fibrillation. When you are practicing the Western world, you receive patients who are falling down in the snow when they are coming from the pub, who have gone into cardiac rhythm disturbances after over-drinking, and if they are not lucky, they will finally freeze to death before they are brought to the hospital. So it is very important that we should know that alcohol is important. I've mentioned viral myocarditis and the septicemia accumulation and sickle cell. This is an opportunity for me to just say that sickle cell disease is really a disease that you can perish in 1 or 2 generations by genetic counseling. If you remove emotions, I love you, I don't love you, from decision making regarding who you are going to marry, then in 2 generations, everybody with sickle cell will have died their natural death, and the people who are carrying the gene will no longer be in society. It is very important to know that pre-marital genetic counseling is extremely important. The churches are now doing it, and I'm quite happy. I was a party to somebody who wanted to marry my brother-in-law, a lady and her father who were bent on getting her daughter married. And they told us, I knew that my brother-in-law was AS, and they told us the girl was AA. But the church insisted they should go and do in the laboratory they know of. When they got to the church, that means in the laboratory brought a result to show that this girl was AS. Then I said, when did she do the test that told her she was AA? She told me it was UCH. I picked up my phone and called somebody UCH and I said, I would like to hear about that result. And lo and behold, she was AS. They could have killed me, that is the father of the God. But I'm here. Now, this is a chapter that we have to sit on a little. Emotion, stress, and something like that. Emotional shock from dread and fright. High emotion leads to adrenal hyperactivity and vagal inhibition, and this causes cardiac arrhythmias and elevated blood pressure. Actually, there is something called a broken heart syndrome, also known as stress cardiomyopathy or Takotsubo syndrome, which is important in this business of law. Now, here you can see what I was written here. We now know, when I was outside this country, we connected Holter monitors to surgeons, including professors of surgery, who were extremely sharp and clever in what they were doing. monitor them when they were not in the theater, and monitor them on the days they had their most complex operations. And we discovered that many of them, unknown to them, were having a lot of cardiac rhythm disturbances, even though they were very confident in what they were doing. They were having a lot of cardiac rhythm disturbances during those operations. And you know what we did? We then asked surgeons for the favorable music, the music they like most, and wire the music into the theater. So they are doing surgery. They are playing this music, and we discovered that this cardiac arrhythmias were abolished in many of them. Very simple. Those ordinary walkie-talkie or something, and then you can get it. So the shock and sudden news, either of a joyful nature or of a sad nature, can also cause sudden death via adrenergic response. Can I have the next slide, please? Now, I'm still on emotion, stress and sudden death. I go back again to mythology, and here you see that in Buffy's mythology, that's Thomas Buffy, in his mythology, he says here that the love of he said in that mythology, that the love of a man's love for a woman can conquer even death. That's the movie. Then it was coming in real life. And take note, this is what love can do to your heart. I put this picture of this Tina Turner. I'm sure a lot of people know this lady, very famous and also rich. She's got a record called What's Love Got to Do With It? In that record, if you're listening to music, sometimes it is sensible to also listen to the lyrics, to the words of the music. And the first thing she says here is that the touch of your hand makes my pulse react. Whenever you touch me, my heart does what? Races or misses beats or zigzag. The Nigerian version of it is, I don't know who sang this record, and it says here, oh my darling, when I touch you, my heart makes change like that. The railway that is making change, we soon stop. Nigerian version, we have a Nigerian content on everything. There's another content, Nigerian content here, which says, it makes my heart yuri yuri. There's no way the heart that is making yuri yuri can last through. So, these are the kind of things that love can do. And of course, we don't know of incidences of certain either on top or below a woman. We know that. Next slide, please. Now, some death in exercise and sports, like I already alluded to, has taken a lot of attention. But in the real case, it accounts for only 0.5% to 6% of the 100,000 deaths per year. And the causes are usually arrhythmias, ventricular fibrillation, coronary artery disease, myocarditis of and in some cases, especially in those hardball games, and they throw a ball, especially in American football, it can hit somebody's heart and give them what we call cardiac concussion, and they have to stop. Next slide, please. Now I'm just putting here the pictures of Paraguay when he collapsed at the stadium, the national stadium, I was being taken away. And the picture of Christian Eriksen when he collaborated with one match in the UK, and they started the cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Can I have the next slide, please? There's also an entity called sudden cause death. Remember the judgment of King Solomon? And this sudden death in a child, they're usually under 1 year, or most prevalent between 2 to 3 months. In those days, we didn't know, so everybody was fearing it, every doctor was afraid of it. They will now know that things like women who are drinking alcohol in pregnancy, who are smoking cigarettes in pregnancy, are really important what is going on. And of course, prematurity and the family history. And today we also think that the sleeping posture of the child may be important in this concept. It affects more men than people. Next slide, please. There is also, these are just definition, sudden death syndrome, an umbrella term for different causes in young people. They are non-traumatic, non-violent, and respectful. Next slide, please. Again, this is a peculiar syndrome, which was found in many immigrants who are doing labor work in Saudi Arabia and other parts. I'm sure recently you might have had people demonstrating during the World Cup in Qatar because of the way they were treating the migrant laborers there. Sometimes they're I've written here, if you go to the book of Ecclesiastes, you will find in chapter 2, our 3 verses 1 to 2, that there is a time and a season for everything under the heavens. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to reap. So, doctors need to go and borrow from the Bible to show that is there actually a circadian rhythm? Is there a time to die and a time to be alive? And if then follow the circadian rhythm of the cardiovascular system, you will notice that in the early morning hours, there's increased aggregation of platelets, there's increased insulin resistance, blood pressure is higher, plasma cortisol is higher, adrenaline and noradrenaline are higher. This is why most cardiovascular sudden deaths occur in the early hours of the morning. When I was walking outside here, we had 2 peaks of coronary cause. One peak in the morning, lasting till around 12 noon. Then we get some peace. So we get ready to pray. Then another second peak in the evening, when people are finishing their work with all the adrenaline that was shot up in them. And they come around 6 p.m., 7 p.m. until say around 8, then we're quiet again. So there is a season, there's a time that we should be mindful in terms of looking at our patients. In Nigeria, when a man is found dead on his bed, or was come from he fell down in his toilet, he can't wait to urinate, then they will say, the man was a very powerful man. His enemies couldn't come through the front door, they went to wait through the window of the toilet. That's why they caught up with him. Because we are not aware of this circadian attitude of the kind of person. Therefore, today in my clinic, I as a cardiologist, I give blood pressure medications to my patients twice a day. Because when you give patient medication for blood pressure once a day, by the evening of that day, most of that drug is out of the system. Because it's the job of the liver, the job of the kidney, through cytochrome P450 enzyme systems and things like acetylation to get rid of the medications. So by the evening of that day, the patient is totally unprotected and they go to bed. Yet, when we sleep, the cardiovascular system does not sleep. Have you ever seen anybody whose heart is sleeping? No. They can't be here. They can't be here. Are you with this answer? So, the heart is completely active day and night. And in fact, more so at night. Because sometimes we experience terrible dreams, nightmares. So you can almost suppress blood pressure will be if you have nightmares. So people should take blood pressure with controlling medications twice a day. That's what I do now. Next slide. Now, I just said I would mention this for emphasis. Is still the commonest cardiovascular problem here, occurring in 35 to 40% of the population. 50% of the people don't know. 50% of those who know are not getting treatment at all. 50% are attributed to witches and wizards and stepping over the result of the flood that the enemies took before. All those kind of things are part of our culture, and we see them in the clinic. And yet, this condition is as well for killing most of the people with all the lessons to deal with. By the age of 60, over half of the adult population has hypertension, whether they get it or not. And the world today, about 2.5 billion people have high blood pressure, from children to 90-something-year-old have hypertension. So, 24-hour control of the blood pressure should be the aim of looking after the blood pressure. Next slide, please. We have mentioned, and we also demonstrated in this chart, that cardiopulmonary resuscitation is important in what? In the outcome. Then we know that even with that, if people seeing what is going on. Are you seeing what is going on now? And you can hear now? You can hear me now? You can. Okay. So where we were was the possibility of reviving people with cardiopulmonary resuscitation. The maximum we are getting when we try to resuscitate people is like between 7 and 10%. And even inside hospitals like Harvard and the Johns Hopkins Hospital, they are not doing more than 13% in those who compare. So the success rate of bringing somebody back from the lab is very low. So the best thing is to prevent it by watching. Now, this group of are just to show the Nigerian content of the figures that we have from the Lagos University Hospital, University of Maiduguri, University of Benin, and the all that. But I just want to mention that it is very interesting that coronary arteries associated with cholesterol, atherosclerosis, has become rampant recently in the life of Africa, of the African people. But the one most important factor is the diet, change in diet, and lack of exercise. Because as short ago as 1970, people like Prof. in collaboration with a hospital called the Orlando Hospital in East Africa, tried searching for coronary artery disease, even in postmortem examination of black Africans, and they recorded very, very little figures. Even But now, we are doing so much in terms of percentages. Next time. And diet is very good. And among those who are dying suddenly in Nigeria, businessmen seem to be the highest, and unemployed people, that is not surprising. Public servants as well, maybe those public servants because of too much from wherever they're getting the project and all that. And it's very interesting. We cannot see, we see a very small figure of opposition. Then we have here medical practitioners. We're lucky that we're not so bad compared to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other categories. Security officers, those people are doing security job. Again, because of their own life, the circadian attitude of the category has been changed. Yes, so you don't know whether the drug is going to work for him or not going to work for him. So, okay, next slide, please. Next slide, please. Now, these are all African people, which are very close to what I've been telling you. Next slide, please. Unfortunately, men are more affected by these by females. Generally, women are protected from all sorts of medical conditions in the first 50 years of their life compared to men. So they carry that advantage sometimes throughout life, and they live longer than us. So if you're a man, behave yourself. Now, next slide. Hypertension, hypertension, canal next like this. And these are just the things we already did in the areas like abroad, and these are the Nigerian conference. The patterns are the same in every next slide. Now this is what the doctor should do. Personal history, check the blood pressure, visit the doctor all the time. Go on, please. Next slide. And if you have a family history of sudden death, we should be careful. Next slide, please. And the doctor should do a physical examination and all that. So, next slide, please. And the evaluations are the tests that should be done by doctors. Can I have the next slide, please? And then this is the treatment, of course, including in this place, a pacemaker that you can put. I have a patient in Lagos now who is going to have an implantable defibrillator. Coping with stress and sudden death. You need regular exercise, good sleep, avoid arguments, especially intense political arguments. What arguments? I run away from that so that you can see my face. The politician will see my face. Avoid road rage and long-termism. And you should learn to forgive. After all, the Bible teaches us to forgive. And you should learn to say no. Don't always want to be a Mr. Nice. And you should take vacation. You should ask for help and then contact them. And then not to always take yourself too seriously. And teach your children that the human being may not necessarily get what they deserve or what they think they should have. Sometimes you have to make do with that. Now this one of question, learning not to take yourself too seriously. I must give you this example. What is the next one? This is the picture of Claudio Ranieri, who was the manager of Leicester City. When out of the blues, after over 100 years, Leicester City won the Premier League without anybody ever giving them even not 1% reason. And that is the son of man in front of the French Museum called the Louvre, where I got some of these paintings. The pictures you saw in France. When they asked Claudio Ranieri, what happened to you in all this? He said to them, I'm just an old man who was enjoying himself. I didn't take this thing too seriously. And sin is not a God. So from today, all of you who are older or older than me, you are just old men enjoying yourself. Don't be too serious. Now, I would like to end this discussion by going back to origin, that is the Bible. I said to you that the prophet Elijah who took on the mantle of Elijah after his transfiguration, also acquired the powers of Elijah. That is why he was able to heal the Shunammite woman's son, or wake the boy up, who had died 10 years ago. So I will read this part of the Bible, and you will see the sentiments of things with what you begin to do. And when Elisha stormed into the house, behold, the child was dead. So this is not a fake. And laid upon his bed. He went in therefore and shut the door upon them twain, that is 12, and prayed unto Jehovah. And he went up and lay upon the child, and put his mouth upon the mouth of the child, and his eyes on the eyes of the child, and his hands on his hands, and he stretched himself upon him, and the flesh of the child was warm. Then he returned and walked in the house, once to and fro, went on, stretched himself again upon the child, and the child sneezed 7 times, and the child opened his eyes, and he called Gehazi, that is the Shunammite woman, no, the housemaid, and said, call the Shunammite woman. So he called her, and she was come. When she was coming to the room, he said, take up that son. This must be recorded as the first attempt at cardiovascular resuscitation, which was 100% successful.
Can we just rise up to celebrate this, our guest speaker this afternoon? I'm not doubt in my mind that my world got a number of things to take from this lecture this afternoon. We want to thank you so much, Dr. Osho. We appreciate you. Can we give him another round of applause, please? Again, he has also said exercise is part of the things that you need to do. So if you stand up, it's not bad. It's part of what we suggested to you. You may now have your seat. Thank you so very much. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. We'll just run through the rest of the program very quickly. But please permit me to quickly make welcome to our dear friend, Professor of Neurological Medicine, Professor Frank IYawe. Please put your hands together for him. The wife of my dean is also here, Professor Mrs. Blessing Agore, Department of Biochemistry, so that my dean can have food when he gets home. My wife is also here. Good afternoon and welcome. Yeah. So we will just move to the next item on the agenda, and that's will be to call home. We're skipping a part so that we can just move quickly. I'd like to, at this point, ask our guest lecturer to please step forward. And there's a presentation to him, which will be done by the wife of our celebrant today, Reverend Mrs. IYawe. Can you just put your hands together to bring the two of them?
Appreciate you, Dr. Osho. Came all the way from Lagos for this. Be a long-standing friend, someone a colleague, love you. And on behalf of the community and my husband and everyone present, I want to award this appreciation for this wonderful lecture you have given to us. Dr. O.F. for sure, the guest of the retirement ceremony in honor of the Bishop IYawe, today, 14th April 2023. We love you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much. Thank you, sir. The next item is presentation of plateau, our very amiable Vice Chancellor, Professor Mrs. Lillian Salami. this aspect will be done. Please join me as I humbly invite to this podium Senator IYawe to do this presentation to our Vice Chancellor, ably represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration, Professor Catherine Kokowa. Please put your hands together. I thought students are here. This is not campaign. Present to you two Professor. Thank you very much. Thank you so very much, dear Senator sir. He has told us that this is not campaign and it's not used to this kind of event. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I'd like to humbly request our celebrant of today, our mentor, boss, teacher, bishop, to please step forward. And I'll call on one of our most respected dignitaries here this afternoon, a former bursar of the University of Benin, Chief Henry IYawe. Please come up to us the honor of presenting a plaque to our celebrant today. Domo, sir. Domo. Please put your hands together. Chief IYawe has come on stage, and as our celebrant does step forward to take this plaque.
All protocols observed. You probably don't know that Professor IYawe is married to Helen Badwine. Now a retired director in the Edo State Ministry. I am very proud to present this to my beloved in-law. In fact, for over 15 years, I have removed in-law. I call him my brother. My brother, you are doing very well. As well as my I shall be a good head. A good head for all your achievements. You are one of our best in-laws. College of Medical Sciences and its corresponding institution. Congratulations.
Can you put your hands together for me, please? Thank you so very much, sir. We also quickly at this point move to goodwill messages, and we're just going to be able to take only 2 because of the time. I would like to call on these 2 very highly respected dignitaries in our midst this afternoon to do a short goodwill message on our celebrant today. First to call is a former Vice Chancellor, University of Benin, Professor IYawe. Can you put your hands together as a step forward? And please don't stop until you get it. Thank you so much. Our respected Vice Chancellor, all the principal officers, and distinguished guest lecturer, you elicited tremendous excitement in me with your lecture. My brothers and sisters, nostalgia takes hold of me. Speaking from this pulpit, which I spoke for 5 years, there is power in the world, because it's a molding session for children, and that is why each and every one of us who assigned to ourselves the role of teacher, mentor, lecturer must be up to it. Must be up to it. I digress a little, and this is just to emphasize the point. The Delta State government, I'm Delta. Delta State government, I'm sure most of us are there, just instituted 3 new universities. There was a lot of pressure. Why proliferate universities? But the governor, a very focused young man, called me. I was on holiday in the US, and he said, VC, why did you let me know you are going away? There's an important assignment I want you to handle for us. Can you please truncate your visit a little while? You can return after this. What a long story short. I returned, and he told me that he had decided to appoint me chairman of the interim council that will husband and manage those 3 universities. We did, but in my inaugural speech to the students, I said, history is being made because each and every one of these universities, look at Univer, example of Univer, each and every one of these universities will in due course be responsible for producing citizens, not just manpower. That's what Univer has become. In 1972, when they started this university, it was just a mere institution of technology that metamorphosed after a few years. But after 1 year,
full-fledged university. Credit to our champion, indefatigable General Promoter, for his thorough recipes. And which eventually became a federal university in 1975. Look at today, what university is. Standing tall amongst all the universities. That was the center of education. And I was invited by my good friend, Professor Bishop Vincent, that he will like my presence at his valedictory. I said, I will do it. But I didn't know that I would be assigned any roles. So when I came in, I was seated here and I watched the deputy vice chancellor of the Professor Ayide, I believe, arrive and he flew up the stairs. He literally flew. And he did. I seemed to fulfill that test. The sooner or later called me up. And when I got to the railings, I had to hold on to the railings. That is what being lost to me. I still think I'm doing well. I am not going to delve into academia today to describe Professor. He possesses just three cardinal qualities that for me, one, first one, discipline. He's disciplined to the extent that you are not going to swab him with any sweet milk. Number two, focus. I suppose if you are disciplined, you will be focused. But above all, number three, and what we really need today in my Nigeria, it is completely tribalized. I cannot pay better tribute to Professor IYawe. Incidentally, Dr. Osho, when you made reference to that your experience in 1978, I was trying to recall whether, because you talked about the head of biochemistry, I was a lecturer in biochemistry. Because I joined in 1976 with my chancellor here. I think the head of the department, either late Professor Sam Adeolaito, one of the editors on his door, because he used to pin up notices on his door, was why be difficult when with a little effort you can be absolutely impossible. Welcome and thank you for the lectures.
Thank you so very much. Can we do better than this, please? Honor our former Vice Chancellor. I'd like to appeal to you to please be a little more patient. The program is running to the end, but I'm sure we're enjoying ourselves. Please, I am sure we're enjoying ourselves. If the stuff you're expecting has not gone there, don't be patient, it's coming. I know what you mean. Let me assure you there is provision for all of you. I mean assure, not assure. I don't mean assure. I say I assure you. So you will soon be reached. Next we'll be called to do a Google message on our celebrant this afternoon. It's our very dear Provost, College of Medical Sciences, University of Benin. Please join me to welcome Professor Vincent Sado. Please good with message.
Good afternoon, Chairman of the occasion, here, Vice Professor Lilian Salami, ably represented by the Administration, Professor Mom, my daddy and dear friend, the celebrant of today, Professor IYawe, very lovely speaker who has thrilled us this afternoon. Thank you, sir, for coming, Dr. Osho. Other deans, professors here present, and I must acknowledge my former Vice Chancellor, Professor Wanze, who taught me biochemistry and stayed on in the university to appoint me as lecturer too. Thank you, sir. I remember those days when you stand on this podium, you made academia very exciting. Thank you very much. I'd just like to say a few words concerning our gathering. May I remind you, sir, the first time I met you as a student, you taught me physiology, medical physiology. And in those days, we've always had wonderful lecturers in the basics. The likes of Professor Fortiades, Reeds, etc., etc. They will wow us with their lectures. They were so exciting that you forgot to take notes. That was the nature of the physiology lecturers. But they weren't quite so exciting during the exams. They were very different. And over the years, I don't know whether that has changed. But Professor, it hasn't changed, eh? It's still the same, eh? Don't worry, the Lord will deliver you. Well, Professor IYawe came with a difference. I remember then as a young, handsome-looking lecturer, sir. You will come, you will wow us too with cardiovascular physiology. But you said something that I will give you notes as well. And that made a difference for us. And I remember you telling us that you were a product of the University of Benin, so you passed through the system. You have learned what the students go through, and you have decided to make the difference. Such was the nature of Professor IYawe. The humanity in you made you go the extra mile for the people who come across you. I remember subsequently, I also grew in this university community, how you took interest in people. You will call, you will advise, such that you were the go-to person when people have issues. And one distinct thing you always do, you give everybody the benefit of the doubt. You will call to hear from all parties, and you will advise. I'm sure I'm saying a familiar story. I'd like to thank you, sir, for all that you do, especially for me. When you occupy positions in Nigeria, you will step on toes. You will annoy people. It's almost inevitable. And thank you, sir, for all those times you came and sought my side of the story and gave me good advice. Thank you very much. Finally, sir, I'd like to say that I'd like to thank the Lord that He's been good to you. It's not not everybody that gets to this milestone of celebrating 70th birthday. But the Lord has been kind to you because you've been kind to others. And all I have left to say, sir, is to pray for you. That as you go into the world, that the Lord will continue to uphold you and give you direction and strengthen you. And also give you the opportunity to help others so that that which you have started will end well. Congratulations, sir.
That's the way my provost talks. Please, can you give him another applause, please? Thank you so much, my Professor. Please, the next to give a short good message is the Chief Medical Director of the University of Benin Teaching Hospital, Professor Darlington Obaseki, ably represented here by Professor Stanley Okube, the Chairman, Medical Advisory Council of the University of Benin Teaching Hospital, Professor Okube. Please, can we welcome Professor Okube properly? I know you are getting busy now.
Good afternoon, Madam Vice Chancellor, top management of University of Benin, special guests here. I won't take too much of your time. I know we have really spent a lot of time already, but I bring you felicitation from my boss, Professor Darlington Obaseki, who is unavoidably absent, is not around, he is on his official assignment outside the city. Professor Vincent IYawe is a towering figure in administration in this country, beyond the fact that he's an academic of excellence. He's a very valued member he was a valued member of the board of management of the University of Benin Teaching Hospital for many years, where he contributed meaningfully to the growth of the hospital as it is today. So for that, we will always, as a hospital, remember you, sir, for the times that you were there, because I bring these greetings from my CFP and from the others, and for your steady hand in many of those meetings in the hospital in those years. I'm sure, sir, you remember some of those periods and those times. But I would like to say this. Professor Vincent IYawe has been a father figure to many of us. Even though we were taught by him in medical school here, and he took quite a lot of interest in us. But in these later years of ours, when we came in as young lecturers, young academicians, Professor Vincent IYawe took so much pain to see our growth. I mean, it's always heartwarming when you get called by your very senior professors to come to see him in his office concerning your own welfare. And Prof has been more than a mentor to many of us, more than a friend, more than a father. We are very grateful, sir. We pray that God continues to strengthen you, God continues to uphold you. And we know that this is the beginning of another phase of life for you. And we hope to be able to see more of this. You know what I mean, sir? For your counsel and your help. I mean, we cannot talk too much about your help. Even the Christian community on campus. So we are very grateful. God bless you.
Thank you, Professor Kubo. Still pleading for your patience. At this point, we would like to respectfully call our celebrant, our former dean, former provost, Bishop Professor Vincent IYawe. I am sure he will be accompanied by his wife. It's going to be a two-leg thing. He's stepping to this side to quickly make a cut on the cake so that the cake can be shared, and he's responding to a number of activities that were had here today.
we're distinguished to be here last year, 2021, when he was confirmed as a Uniben hero, and now we are most delighted to be here again for his 70th birthday and retirement. So this is a 40th cake with the color white, purple, gold. The first and the fourth tier is marble white and purple. The second tier is purple and the third is gold, which is furthermore adorned with gold accessories. The white color signifies peace, security, and perfection. The gold signifies wealth, success, and achievement. And above all, the purple signifies truth. The purple signifies royalty, nobility, and above all, it signifies inspiration. And listening to the heroic exploits of our Uniben hero, Professor Vincent, I can say that he's an inspiration to a lot of us. And now we'll be cutting the cake at the spelling of Jesus, because if not for our Almighty God who is seated here today. So I encourage each and every one of us to join us in the cutting of the cake. So I would like you guys to give me a J, E, S, U, F, Jesus. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's a good one. Please celebrate our celebrant, please. Celebrate our celebrant. Until the night gets down, please put your hands together for him. Praise the Lord. I don't think anybody has said that today. I have the license to say that. Even though we are in an academic environment, praise the Lord. I don't know when to start, where to start, and how to end. I'm completely overwhelmed by what I have seen today, especially by the array of dignitaries who have attended this occasion. Permit me to briefly talk about the guest lecturer whom you have heard. We were classmates and we excel in everything that we do, or we did, including rascality. I remember, with all due respect to our GDNA, there was a matron who said we should not enter Ward M2, myself and Ashok. And we forced ourselves inside. And that was the beginning of our trouble. Because the woman reported us to late Professor IYawe of blessed memory. And you know what IYawe could do. Until we apologized to the woman, Professor IYawe will not give up. He looked for us all over the place for breaking the rule of the world. So that's how, you see, he spoke a story about biochemistry. I'm now speaking a story about ONG and the maternity ward. In addition to the fact that both of us use scholarship together. I want to thank all the eminent personalities who have been here today. Where do I start? My father, Honorable Justice S.O. Wifo, retired Justice of the Supreme Court, and his wife, from the very beginning to this very end. Dr.
Gaius Obaseki and his amiable wife, Roxy, who have devoted so much time to this event today. I'm very grateful, very grateful. Senator Uzamere, I don't know politicians to be this patient, but you have stayed, and I'm grateful. All emeriti professors, Professor Lau and all the other emeritus professors. So one thing has left, he didn't tell you that he's emeritus professor. And many other professors, former deans. My in-laws are here, Air Vice Marshal Okosu. One of my in-laws. Well, Pastor has already introduced himself. What needs to be said again about that? Thank you, sir, for making me one of the best in-laws. My brother is here, Vincent Paul IYawe. Apostle Dubois is here. Man of God, Venerable Lucy, and our DAP, I think he has left. Dr. Our Reverend Gloria Uchefuna, thank you. We represent all the pastors who are here, other professors, former teams. I cannot mention all your names. I want to thank you, former Deputy Vice Chancellors. Those who are representing the Nigerian Christian Graduate Fellowship. I really want to thank all of you. My adorable friends, friends from the youth, both friends. Professor Osara, Dean of Medicine, Grenadier University, was my classmate too. Dr. Leah Sere, former permanent secretary, and many others. Dr. Salon, former head of the Neuropsychiatric Hospital, and my wife, former deputy vice president. Forgive me that my sight may fail me. All those adorable ladies there who are professors, thank you all for coming. I want to reserve the best for the last. The Vice Chancellor, Professor William Salami, who has been so gracious and has been so helpful to us in organizing this event. Please give our thanks and our gratitude to her. She's a friend of the college. We are grateful to her. Finally, I want to thank the provost, the deans in the college, the director of the institute. There are people who are watching this event all over the world. Professor Pata, you are here in spite of the loss of your friend's brother. Thank you very much. And Madame, thank you. There are many people who have made sacrifices. There are so many things happening all over the place. We lost our father's wife, Professor Emeritus IYawe. Some people are there. I want to thank all my ex-students and mentees who organized this program. Please put your hands together. Because ₦1 of my home is not inside this program. It was contributed to by my experience both at home and abroad. I'm grateful to them. It millions to organize this program. And it's being live streamed. People are listening all over the world. Thank you. If I didn't mention your name, like Carol one, they will not be angry with me. All the people I didn't mention their name, they will not be angry with me. Osaka, you came with your wife. Grateful. So Eboka, Professor Libere. There's an item on the program which I cherish. We just do that quickly before I say the closing prayer. I don't know what is next, but
can we celebrate our celebrant again?
Mistake of the head and not of the heart. I think some people have done that for me already. I'm being prompted that I have not appreciated my wife. I think she's covered in the book 1+1. So together, inside me, and we are thanking all of you. All right. My sweetheart, without you, I wouldn't be here. By the time you read my book, you will know what I'm talking about. Hallelujah. Thank you very, 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 very. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right, very grateful.
Thank you so very much. Can we put our hands together again for Professor IYawe? We are going to quickly do prayer session. It's just going to be a straightforward one. And I'm going to call the person who's going to conduct that for us. But please, within a few seconds, permit me to recognize Dr. Mrs. Owa, former director, University Health Center. Good afternoon, you're welcome. Please can we put our hands together for her. Also Pastor Dr. Sadado, University Health Center, University of Health Center, and Pastor CGMI. Dr. Ladele Kolosho, clinical psychologist. Good afternoon, you're welcome. Please can we put our hands together for them as I call on the as I call on the Venerable D. Egbenosi to do prayer in 2 sessions, I would like us to just stand up for 30 seconds and do a birthday song for our celebrant this afternoon. And then the cake lady should please also come here and I call the cake as you're singing. Please, your hands to
The next 3 minutes, I'm sure we'll be done with this. As we remain standing, please, we'll take this prophetic song. Because he lives, you will face tomorrow. We'll sing that for him prophetically. And all to God's grace of mercy and protection will permit you. The Lord bless you, the Lord keep you. The Lord cause his face to shine on you and be gracious unto you. Your joy will not turn to tears. In the days and the years ahead, your laughter will be loud. Your dance will be loud. Your testimony will be many. In the name of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Okay, just do the final one by singing the happy birthday song to him as we go. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. We wish you long life. We wish you long life. We wish you long life.
Hallelujah, the family belongs to please, I'll still ask for another 5 minutes of you, please. Just 5 minutes, just 5 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, please 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes, please. The Department of Physiology, where Professor IYawe taught for many years, produced many graduates, many mentees, many scholars, has a presentation of gifts to do for you, and it would be nice for that to be done in the midst of all of us. Please give us just 5 minutes, and that will be done and done with. Also, the college, the School of Basic Medical Sciences also has that, and it will be done within 5 minutes. I call on the IYawe, Federal Prof, Professor IYawe has been their president for many years, and they start this presentation. Please I just pray for your indulgence. Please just be seated. 3 minutes will be done with this. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir. Madam Vice Chancellor, our patron and father, Professor Vincent IYawe, standing on all already established protocols, this is a heartfelt goodwill message on behalf of all members of the Nigerian Medical Society, University of Benin Detachment. A heartfelt congratulations on your well-deserved retirement and birthday, sir. It is truly a momentous one. Over the years, your dedication and hard work throughout your career has been truly inspiring. Your contributions and achievement have made a lasting impact, and your commitment to excellence is truly commendable. Sir, as a patron, you have been a pillar of strength and support, and your presence in person will be missed dearly. Now it's time to relax, enjoy the fruits of your labor, and pursue your passion and dreams. May this next phase of your life, sir, be filled with joy, happiness, and fulfillment. You will have endless retirement, and I have no doubt that you will make the most of it. You leave behind a legacy that will continue to inspire and motivate us, and we are grateful for this time we have spent working with you, sir. Once again, congratulations on this auspicious day of your birth and retirement, and a new chapter open to you. I will trust that everything that you prayed and hope for will come to pass. Thank you very much. On behalf of the detachment, we have a presentation to make to our father, a patron of the Nigerian Medical Society. Thank you.
School of Basic Medical Sciences.